The following is a sponsored program furnished by the Today's Home Remodeler television network.
Welcome to Today's Home Remodeler. I'm Stuart Keith, and on today's show, we're taking a closer look at careers in the HVAC industry. We'll begin with our HVAC specialist, Larry Hacker from Temperature Systems, who explains the role his company plays and why now more than ever, it's a great time to start a career in the HVAC industry. We'll then visit with Connie Arndt from RA Heating and Air Conditioning in Evansville, Wisconsin, who shares some secrets to her success and explains why she has no problem finding highly skilled people to join her family-owned business when their need arises. And we'll finish up today's show with Brad Werlein from General Heating and Air Conditioning in Madison, as he touches on some more career opportunities and explains how in the trades you can avoid huge college debt, earn while you learn, and have a great paying, rewarding career. So we have a lot to cover today, and we'll get started right after this message.
An HVAC system from Carrier goes far beyond simply heating and cooling your home. It can actually create a healthier and more comfortable living environment. It starts with a Carrier high-efficiency furnace, air conditioner, boiler, or heat pump. Add the latest technology in air purification, filtration, humidity control, and ventilation, and you have a system that's unparalleled for creating the ultimate indoor air quality. Talk to your Carrier dealer about an in-home needs analysis and learn how our full line of products are designed to help you clean the air and efficiently heat and cool your home. So turn to the experts, because at Carrier, even our experts will make you feel comfortable. Visit Carrier.com to find your local Carrier professional.
The HVAC industry touches us all, whether it's a furnace keeping us warm in the winter or an air conditioner cooling us on a hot summer day. The conditioned air inside our homes, businesses, and buildings throughout our communities is undeniably important, yet oftentimes taken for granted. That's because here in Wisconsin, we're fortunate to have a highly skilled HVAC workforce that contributes to our high quality of life. But sadly, that workforce is dwindling, which could lead to dire consequences. So on today's show, we're going to catch up with several HVAC businesses to learn more about the rewarding career opportunities that exist within the industry. So let's get started with Larry Hacker out at Temperature Systems. Wow, Larry, what an impressive facility you have here, and to me it looks like it's fully stocked with a variety of HVAC products.
Yeah, we've got all different types of stuff in here. In addition to the equipment, we have all the supplies that go along with it, all of the ductwork, all of the interconnecting pieces, registers, grills, parts, all of those things.
And being a distribution center, you probably have to be fully stocked for the service side of the industry. If somebody has a 10-year-old furnace that needs work on it, you need all those parts.
Correct. You need the parts for that. You need all of the things for the new items that come out today and all of the other items that are ever changing in the industry. And it's up to us to have the quantity of products here needed for the industry, because unfortunately it's seasonal. Sure. So we're going to see a huge spike coming up. So we're loading up right now for summer at this point in time.
And conversely, in the fall or late summer, you're going to be stocking up for the wintertime.
Correct. We do a lot of rotation at that point on what we're going to have for a majority of type of equipment.
So you're really a distributor for Carrier and other companies to fulfill the needs of the dealers and contractors that you work with?
Correct. We do that on a delivery basis. We also provide some other things. We provide the technical expertise to help train them and keep them educated. So we bring the knowledge in for the equipment that we handle, and then we present that to our customers so they know what the next cutting edge information is to be able to do their next jobs.
Boy, that's got to be a very valuable service to the dealers, to the contractors out there, and ultimately who benefits? It's us here in Wisconsin, us homeowners, business owners that utilize those services. And let's face it, we all need heating, we all need air conditioning,
Yes.
and we want to live in a comfortable environment, and that's why we enjoy our quality of life.
Yeah, and more today, people are staying indoors more and more, whether it be at work or at home. And it's very important that we have the right products to be able to help them be comfortable and to be able to take care of their indoor climate to the best of their abilities. That's what we pride ourselves in. And today, there is so many changes happening. I mean, all of these products you see behind us, pretty much everyone has a microprocessor in them today. Years ago, you didn't have that issue. So we have computer technology in a lot of the products. We have to keep our customers up to speed on that. Many of these you can interface with Wi-Fi technology. So I could sit there at my phone and be able to look at my system at home to see how it's working. And commercially, we can do that all over the place as well now today with the direct digital controls.
Well, are you guys pretty busy?
We are phenomenally busy. We could be even busier if we could get more help, even for our customers. That's really what's holding it back. And the end users are seeing that in the delays it takes to get people in the trades to be able to come and serve them.
Well, you know, on today's show, that's what we want to focus on. We want to talk about career opportunity within the HVAC industry. And, you know, just hearing you speak, I got to believe that the demand for highly skilled HVAC professionals is greater than ever.
It is. It's greater than ever now. Sadly, society has thought of the trades as being something that they really don't want to get into and they can't make a good living at. In reality, the reverse of that is true. Where can you go that you're getting paid to get educated and to be able to provide a service to homeowners as well as commercial folks to be comfortable when they're indoors?
Sure.
And that's something we all pride ourselves in. How do we make their lives better while inside?
So along those lines, what do you think the construction industry needs to do to recruit new individuals?
Part of that's education. It would be fantastic to get back into the middle school and high school, and also to change the paradigm shift of what parents are thinking today, that we have to always go into a career that is going to allow them to just sit behind a desk. We have a lot of desk opportunities in this career. We also have a lot of hands-on in the field. And people, I think, have a stigma of what the old industry was, which was dirty and grungy. Today, you get onto these construction sites and they are phenomenally clean. The safety factor that is involved in today's building sites is through the roof. So it isn't a dangerous, dingy environment anymore. It's a much, much cleaner environment. And for the most part, once the shell is up, they become conditioned sites to work in. And what better than to have that to be working on a construction site that's partially conditioned anyway?
Sure. So what you're saying is there's a lot of variety here, so you're never going to get bored, not only on the job settings themselves, but a lot of different careers that are within this industry. I mean, it's not just installing furnaces.
Oh, not a bit. You've got the installation side alone. You've got the service sector. You get into indoor air quality concepts. You can come in now when we get into hospitals, surgical suites and things like that. The amount of knowledge necessary to make that climate comfortable for that particular need, it's out of this world what you have to think about and be able to do. The abilities there are very highly trained individuals in order to do that.
Sure, it's no different than one of the professional careers that people get when they come out of college. I mean, this is a professional career out there, and I'm so excited because on today's show, we're going to catch up with a couple of your dealers.
Absolutely, it's nice. You're going to go see a dealer that's in rural America, and you can see how they basically come from the ground up. It's family owned, and they started with basically husband, wife, and then brought in the brothers, and then ended up really building a very solid business. And that's typical for our area. And you're also going to be able to see a dealership that started in Madison that was one of those same little starting out small, but then from there gradually found their sweet spot in varying degrees all the way up through commercial and industrial. So you've got all of the different spectrums that you're going to be able to see just talking to two different individuals today.
Yeah, definitely going to be a great opportunity to learn that there's a lot of variety and it's very exciting. I really appreciate you coming on and setting the stage for us today.
Thank you. It's a great industry to get into, and we really need people.
As Larry alluded to, now more than ever is a great time to explore a career in the HVAC industry. And we'll learn more about those career opportunities next when we continue with today's Home Remodeler.
An HVAC system from Carrier goes far beyond simply heating and cooling your home. It can actually create a healthier and more comfortable living environment. It starts with a Carrier high-efficiency furnace, air conditioner, boiler, or heat pump. Add the latest technology in air purification, filtration, humidity control, and ventilation, and you have a system that's unparalleled for creating the ultimate indoor air quality. Talk to your Carrier dealer about an in-home needs analysis and learn how our full line of products are designed to help you clean the air and efficiently heat and cool your home. So turn to the experts, because at Carrier, even our experts will make you feel comfortable. Visit Carrier.com to find your local Carrier professional.
Now let's catch up with Connie Arndt from RA Heating and Air Conditioning in Evansville, Wisconsin, to learn more about the benefits to working for a family-owned HVAC business in a small-town setting. Well, Connie, what a beautiful facility. You know, I'm so impressed with how neat and tidy and dust-free this environment is.
Well, thank you. We feel that a clean environment is a safe environment.
Well, this is definitely clean. It appears to be very safe. And you know, on today's show, we're learning more about careers in the HVAC industry. But before we get into that, because I'm dying to hear what you have to say on that, let's learn a little bit more about your company, RA Heating.
Well, we started in 1980, my husband and I actually worked out in the field with him. I was his extra set of hands when it was just the two of us. I just went with the flow, did my job, did what I could, worked at it quickly, and had fun while I was doing it.
Yeah, and eventually became the owner of RA Heating, and as a woman-owned business, that's pretty special.
Well, my husband and I were both co-owners, and he was the president, I was the vice president. He had a stroke 11 years ago, so I've been running it now without my husband for 11 years, and so now I am a WBE business, woman-owned business, as you said, and it hasn't skipped a beat. It's now 38 years later, and I'm still here, and we've grown from the two of us to 32 employees. It's been a great opportunity for our family.
You know, we had an opportunity to see your guys in action at a new home that was being constructed on one of our previous shows. They did a marvelous job.
Well, thank you.
How important are your technicians and your employees to the success of your business?
Oh, extremely important. Without them, we couldn't do the multitude of work that we do. And you can't be in all places at all times. So you have to have people that are well-rounded. And it takes a multitude of talent to actually run a company. So we have the service technicians, we have the installers, we have the dispatcher, we have the salesman, we do residential sales, commercial sales, we have accounting. I mean, there is so much and so many people here that they're all very important to me.
Well, I'd like to hear that, because when you think about careers in the HVAC industry, people think about installing a furnace and air conditioner. They don't realize all the different facets that create a strong company. Is that correct?
That is correct. You know, and there's HR, there's advertising, marketing. I mean, there is so many different facets to the heating and air conditioning trade.
So are you guys busy right now? I mean, how does the future look?
Oh, the future is extremely bright. There's a lot of new construction going on. We've got some nice commercial projects coming. I see the next year and a half we're booked.
Really? And so along those lines, is there a need for you to hire more employees?
Oh, yes. I will be bringing on a minimum of 5 very shortly.
So is it very challenging to find employees?
Well, I hear it is for a lot of people, but I'm blessed. It's not for me. I have some products that I can offer that other people don't. I have this philosophy, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. So I bought an insurance policy back in the 80s. And I know you have health insurance, and you probably have a deductible that you have to satisfy first. Well, with my insurance, it pays on first dollar. There's no deductible. It pays 100% of that bill. So if you went to the hospital, you wouldn't pay a dime, and I pay 100% of the premium. So my employees and their entire family have 100% paid for health insurance policy. I also have a 401k plan with a dollar-for-dollar match. I provide life insurance for my employees and their family.
So, I mean, to me, I'm just almost dumbfounded to hear a business owner in the trade saying, oh, I don't have a problem finding competent professionals that I can bring onto my team and help grow the company. But now I understand why, because of all the benefits you offer, and you treat them like a family. I mean, if I were to ask one of your employees, what's it like working for a smaller family-owned company?
I would love to have you ask them.
And what do you think they'd say?
I think that they would tell you that it's great, and it is a family environment here. Matter of fact, I called one of my guys today because I just he's new, he's been with me for about 8 months. I wanted to know, in his opinion, what it was like working here versus where he was before, and he said that he felt valued here. He felt like he was part of a family. And he said that, you know, the way I provide for education and training and trucks, he was just amazed from where he came from. And he felt like whenever he had a problem, he could talk to anyone. We're all working for the same common goal.
So I'm trying to get a feel for the perfect candidate for you. I mean, what would you be looking for if I'm a viewer out there and I have a son or a daughter, or I'm 30 years old, I'm looking for a career change, I want to get into the HVAC field. What is your advice to somebody like that?
I want somebody that is a good, honest, hardworking individual with integrity and honesty, someone that has a good driving record. They must be insurable to be employable, but you know, if they're of good character, I can make them a wonderful HVAC employee.
So how do you train your new people that are coming into this career?
Oh, good question. I send them to technical colleges, and I pay their tuition and their education expenses for them. And it's really wonderful that they can actually work and go to school at the same time. So they typically are in school 2 days a week, sometimes in the evening, and then the rest of the week they're working for me. So when they graduate, they don't have a huge educational debt. I've taken care of that for them. They've earned money while they're going to school. So that's outside training, but then I bring in teachers as well. So I hold classes here, and I send them also to classes that maybe our wholesaler has and things like that. So there's constant opportunities, plus we actually link them up with classes online that they can do at home as well. There's many, many facets of education here.
Okay, I said son or daughter. This is, let's face it, a male-dominated industry, a lot of the trades are.
Correct.
Is there opportunity for women in this trade?
Oh, most definitely. Matter of fact, I know of a woman who is a service technician that is talking, she'd like to join us here. So they're few and far between. Back in the 70s when I started, I felt like the Lone Ranger, but there's getting to be more of us all the time. And it is politically acceptable now, and I think that we are being recognized as women that have a knowledge in the trade, and we're given credibility. And it's a wide open field for women as well.
Sure, so whether you're male or female, if you're a hardworking individual and like working in a family-oriented business, look to small-town businesses like yourself, and the career opportunities are virtually endless.
They are. And you know, the one thing that I think that I enjoy so much about this trade is we don't do the same thing every day. We're not standing in that same spot. You know, there's no 2 days that are exactly the same. So you're always challenged, you're always growing, and technology's constantly changing, growing, and I love it. I love change, and I think that, you know, if someone is looking for something that's going to give them something for constant growth, HVAC industry is it.
Well, the old adage, variety is the spice of life. It certainly seems to ring true with your business.
It sure does.
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to have us out here to learn more about RE Heating and career opportunities.
Thank you.
What a great company to work for. And here in Wisconsin, there are numerous opportunities with many successful HVAC dealers and contractors who offer great benefits and paid training on your path to a rewarding career. And we'll see more of those opportunities next when we continue with today's Home Remodeler.
An HVAC system from Carrier goes far beyond simply heating and cooling your home. It can actually create a healthier and more comfortable living environment. It starts with a Carrier high-efficiency furnace, air conditioner, boiler, or heat pump. Add the latest technology in air purification, filtration, humidity control, and ventilation, and you have a system that's unparalleled for creating the ultimate indoor air quality. Talk to your Carrier dealer about an in-home needs analysis and learn how our full line of products are designed to help you clean the air and efficiently heat and cool your home. So turn to the experts, because at Carrier, Even our experts will make you feel comfortable. Visit Carrier.com to find your local Carrier professional.
Now let's continue with our show on career opportunities in the HVAC industry as we catch up with Brad Werlein out at the General Heating and Air Conditioning Fab Shop in Madison, Wisconsin. Well, Brad, we've had the opportunity to visit several of your fab shops in the past, but I don't think we've ever been out here. What's going on here?
No, well, welcome, Stu. Today we're at our sheet metal shop here at General Heating. This is the location where we build all of our ductwork. Take raw material in the back side of the building, we turn it into fabricated rectangular spiral duct that gets installed into our project.
So when we talk about prefabrication or prefab, this is really where it all takes place?
This is. The raw material comes in the back, we put spiral duct together, we put rectangular duct together, and then we bring it in this location where we're standing today. We assemble it and we ship it out on large carts to get installed on our projects.
Do you find that streamlines the process, makes you more efficient out in the field?
It does. As you can see, it's a little colder outside, but today it's perfect 70 degrees. These guys aren't dressed up with big coats or pants that are slowing them down when they're out there on projects.
So when we talk about careers in the HVAC industry, it's not all out like the old days in the cold and freezing your hands off. You're in a controlled environment, makes it much more enjoyable for these workers.
Absolutely. Just like we visited in our pipe shop, we're trying to build as much as we can right here in this shop and do as little bit of the work as we can out in the field to minimize the risk out there and have a safer job site.
Well, before we get into the career phase of this segment, I need to know a little bit more about the history of General Heating, because when I think of it, it's really iconic in our area. It's a big company, you do a lot of big projects, but you also do smaller residential projects as well, right?
We do. We got started in the HVAC industry back in the 1940s. A gentleman by the name of Ralph Triggs formed a group of firefighters to go out and service oil-burning heating equipment in homes. We've transitioned through the years, and somewhere around the 1960s we started to get into new construction projects. So installing HVAC systems in commercial buildings and residential air conditioning at the same time. Now fast forward several years and we're doing most of the significant projects that are in this area.
Sure, and how important are those tradespeople to the success of General Heating?
Well, they're key to our success, obviously. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do the great quality work that we have in our facilities. We rely on the skill sets that these guys have learned throughout their many years in the trades to perform a quality installation and product for our customers.
Sure, and what is the size of the workforce now?
It varies a little bit, but right now we're somewhere around 340 to 350 people total.
Holy cow, that's a lot of different HVAC professionals that you're employing, and it seems to me what you're saying is you can ramp up or down depending on the demand for the services. So how do you go about finding competent, skilled workers to help you with these projects?
Well, absolutely. We're very fortunate to be part of Sheet Metal Workers Local 18 here that is able to support us when we've got a large project that we were successful on. So as we need resources, we'll go out to the local union and find out what's available. If for some reason they don't have anybody available, we'll go out and recruit as well. We'll do career fairs at schools. We'll do joint efforts with Local 18 to find new bodies to come in and take apprenticeships.
Sounds like a really great partnership. Really benefits both entities.
It definitely does. We're very fortunate. I think the success of General Heating and the success of the Local 18 sheet metal workers is really hinging on us working together and having a great partnership.
Sure, and I think of some of the projects that you guys are working on, and whether it is a residential installation or one of the hospitals in the area, how important is it for you to be able to depend on that training that goes into your workforce when you ramp up to do a project?
Well, we're very lucky to have that pool of resources to come onto a project that's critical, like a hospital or an industrial facility that is inherently dangerous or requires a high level of skill. We don't want to necessarily train our apprentices or have their first day of employment be somewhere on a job site like that. We'd rather have it at a training school like Local 18 has so that we can use those facilities to get our folks ramped up a little quicker. One of the big benefits, and if I'm a parent out there that has a kid that's interested in getting into this field, is hey, you might not have the big college debt that you would normally have if you're out there taking a traditional path to college. The trades are a great opportunity for you to come in, get the training you need while you're being employed so you're making money while you're going to school and your education is entirely paid for by the unions.
After, say, a 5-year apprenticeship, you're going to end up being way ahead of the game than having a big college debt. Is that really what you're getting to?
Absolutely. Take the 5-year plan, right? If somebody comes out of school, they've got to pay that debt. Their first job, they've got to start paying down that debt. And maybe instead of buying that new car that they want. Where in this case is after 5 years, you're out there making money, hitting the ground running without any large debt.
Okay, well that makes sense to me. So what are some of the traits you're looking for when you're looking to ramp up? If somebody comes and says, hey, I want to get into the HVAC industry, am I a good fit for your company?
Well, number one is it's hard work. We want somebody that's willing to put the effort in to learn the trade, to have the skills and ability to learn what we do here on a daily basis, and really just have an overall quality work ethic that understanding this is a physical trade. It requires manual labor, and we want somebody that's willing to be able to work with their hands.
And along those lines, you're also making a darn good living.
You are making a very good living. Most of the sheet metal workers that are here today are out there supporting a family on the salary that they take home on an annual basis. And quite honestly, it's a fantastic living, very comparable to the folks that are in our office as a typical project manager, for example.
Boy, it really seems like there's a lot of variety on a day-to-day basis. It'd never get boring.
I don't think any of our workers here are typically getting bored on a day-to-day basis.
Oh.
There's always a new challenge out there for them.
Well, I'm glad to hear that it's going so well. As I understand it, in the building trades, and especially in this field, the future looks bright.
The future's bright. It's very busy in the construction industry right now. We continually have the need for more people that are interested in joining the trade. So if you're interested, here we are. We'll be happy to explore it with you.
Well, Brad, what really scares me is as I travel around the state, throughout the building trades, I hear, we're running out of people. We need to increase the workforce. What happens if that doesn't occur?
Well, let's hope it doesn't, Stu, but if it does, it could mean the potential of delay in project schedules out there. So, for example, if there's a new hospital that needs to be built in the greater Dane County area, and we don't have the resources, we don't have the ability to go out there and construct a project like that, then there may be delays in healthcare needs that our society needs today.
Sure, and so what you're saying is that the building trades affects us all. And it's a great career path for a lot of younger people out there to at least take a look at. You get involved, it's going to raise our quality of life and maintain it at a high level that we're fortunate to have here in the state.
Absolutely. We all have high expectations. We want nice buildings to go into. We want nice hospitals for our family when they're sick. The trades are the people that are building those facilities. The need is out there. The opportunity is golden right now. The construction industry is really, really strong right now, and I think it's a perfect time for somebody to get involved in it.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. We're fortunate to be here in the state of Wisconsin and get our projects done on time and on budget because of the highly skilled, highly trained workforce that we have. Thanks for coming on today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Steve.
The preceding was a sponsored program, furnished by the Today's Home Remodeler television network.